What happens when the person hunting for answers is the one who knows exactly where the body is?
And no one's heard from her since.
Did you see her hang out with anyone at the time or anything like that?
No one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. You always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking by pretty much.
And she just recently graduated from Mercer?
Yeah, she and I were both JD students. We graduated back in May.
What kind of person was she? What did you see?
She's as nice as can be. Very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know any enemies she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we don't know where she is. The only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her. Because we went over. One of her friends had a key. We went inside and tried to see if there was anything amiss, but she had a door jamb that was sitting right by it, so there was no sign that anyone broke in. The door was locked when everyone got here. We just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body.
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? We don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? They took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
Everyone watching thought they were seeing shock. A concerned neighbor, a fellow law student, learning his classmate was dead. But investigators were watching something else entirely. They were watching a man, realizing his perfect plan had just collapsed. Because Stephen McDaniel didn't learn about the body that day. He already knew. He put it there. How long had he been watching her before he killed her? Macon, Georgia. Summer 2011. Mercer University Law School. Lauren Giddings was 27. Bright, driven, about to graduate. She lived in a small apartment complex. Popular with law students. Quiet building. Safe neighborhood. Everyone knew everyone. Stephen McDaniel lived one floor below. Also a law student. Quiet. Unremarkable. Friends described him as awkward, but harmless. He kept to himself. Studied constantly. Never caused trouble. To neighbors, he was invisible. Just another stressed law student, trying to pass the bar. But Lauren had mentioned something. Just once. To a friend. I think someone's been in my apartment. At the time, nobody thought much of it. They should have. Because while Lauren studied case law upstairs, Stephen was studying her. Those who knew Stephen described the same thing. Socially detached. Little eye contact. Almost robotic in conversation. He had few friends. No romantic relationships. No social life outside school. His apartment was sparse. No decoration. No personality. One classmate later recalled, "It felt like nobody lived there, but there were signs. Small things. He'd linger too long in common areas. Watch people. Ask oddly specific questions about neighbors' schedules. Once, a female student mentioned he'd shown up outside her apartment. No reason. Just standing there. When confronted, he'd offer no explanation. Just walk away. Online, he was different. Under anonymous usernames, Stephen participated in disturbing forums. Discussions about breaking into homes, evading detection, watching people without being seen. He researched criminal cases, not for law school, for planning. By June 2011, his obsession had a specific target. Lauren Giddings. Same building, predictable schedule, living alone. He began filming her. Through windows, through vents, through cracks in doors. Hours of footage. Her daily routines. Her private moments. Everything. Lauren never knew. Nobody did. Until she vanished. June 26, 2011. Lauren's friends expected to see her. Plans had been made. She didn't show up. Calls went unanswered. Texts unread. This wasn't like her. By June 27th, Friends went to her apartment. Knocked. No answer. The door was locked. Maintenance opened it. The apartment was empty, but something felt wrong. Her car was still there. Her purse. Her keys. Her phone. Everything. Except Lauren. Friends called police. A missing person report was filed. Neighbors were questioned. Stephen McDaniel was among them. He seemed eager to help. Concerned. He told police he'd seen nothing unusual. Hadn't heard anything. "I hope she's okay," he said. Calm. Measured. Detached. June 30th, 2011. Maintenance was taking out trash from the building. One bin felt unusually heavy. When opened, a black garbage bag. Inside, human remains. Torso. Missing the head, arms, and legs. It was Lauren Giddings. The news spread instantly. A reporter arrived, began interviewing neighbors, and there, standing outside, was Stephen McDaniel. The interview became evidence. Reporter: "They found human remains in a trash can." Stephen's face drains. His jaw slackens. Reporter: "Did you know Lauren?" 10-second pause. His eyes unfocus. McDaniel: "Yeah." He stops blinking. His body freezes. He stares ahead, unresponsive. The reporter continues asking questions. Stephen doesn't answer, doesn't move, just stands there. For investigators watching later, this wasn't shock. This was realization. Police immediately focused on him. A search warrant was issued for his apartment. What they found was disturbing. A video camera, memory cards containing footage of Lauren, recordings through her window, master keys to apartment units, duct tape, cleaning supplies, a hacksaw, missing the blade. In his internet history, searches for how to dispose of a body, dismemberment techniques, how long before someone is considered missing, all conducted before Lauren disappeared. In interrogation, Stephen invoked his right to remain silent. He said nothing. For hours, investigators tried different approaches. He sat, motionless, staring at the wall. One detective noted, it was like talking to a mannequin, but his silence said everything. Psychologists would later try to understand what drove Stephen McDaniel. He showed traits common among voyeurs and stalkers: social isolation, inability to form normal relationships, obsessive fixation on specific targets, feelings of power through secret observation. Lauren wasn't a person to him. She was an object, something to study, to control, to possess. The footage he recorded wasn't just voyeurism. It was rehearsal. He was learning her patterns. When she slept, when she was alone, when she was vulnerable. Investigators believe he entered her apartment multiple times before the murder. Undetected, learning the layout, planning. The psychological profile revealed something chilling. Stephen didn't kill impulsively. This was methodical, calculated. He had been building toward this for months, maybe years. Behind the awkward law student exterior was someone completely detached from human empathy. Someone who saw murder not as a moral boundary, but as a problem to solve. And he almost did. Despite his silence, the evidence mounted. DNA analysis confirmed Lauren's remains. The hacksaw blade was never found, but a receipt showed Stephen had purchased one. Days before her disappearance, surveillance footage placed him near the trash bins. The night her body was dumped, forensic teams found microscopic blood traces in his apartment. Even after cleaning, in April 2014, nearly 3 years after Lauren's murder, Stephen McDaniel accepted a plea deal. He pleaded guilty, avoiding trial, avoiding the death penalty. In exchange, life in prison, no possibility of parole. At sentencing, Lauren's family spoke. Her sister described the horror of knowing he was watching her, stalking her, and she had no idea. Stephen showed no emotion, no remorse, no explanation. He was led away. The same blank expression, the same hollow stare. The law student who studied justice had become the defendant, and this time, there was no defense. Stephen McDaniel is currently serving his sentence in a Georgia state prison. He will die there. Lauren Giddings was 27 when she was murdered. She had just finished law school, was preparing for the bar exam, had her whole future ahead. It was stolen by someone who lived one floor below, someone she probably passed in the hallway, said hello to, never suspected, because that's the most disturbing part of this case. Stephen McDaniel wasn't a stranger in the shadows. He was the quiet neighbor, the fellow student, the person who blended into normal life so well that nobody saw the darkness underneath until it was far too late. Sometimes the most dangerous people aren't the ones who stand out. They're the ones you never notice at all.